Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth, and fancy seeing you here, and you are very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, find a pew. Yes, I'm really sorry, it's yet another Avengers Endgame video by yet another YouTuber, but I'll try and keep this interesting. So basically, first of all, as you all knew, and as we all knew from the very beginning, Avengers Endgame was going to smash the record books. The Hulk's grabbed it and gone rah, right? So basically, this film's going to clear $1 billion by the end of this weekend globally. It's a crazy, despicable amount of money. But this is what's happened. Fake has achieved something extremely unique. No, I don't think anything can come close to this IP or this franchise. The success story goes on. So what I want to discuss today is the Incredible Hulk, or should I say Professor Hulk. I've got many issues with Professor Hulk. Many issues. I'm not happy about Professor Hulk. And I could sniff something that was going on during Infinity War when we barely got any Hulk. Also, I want to talk, spoilers. This is going to be spoilery. It's been since Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You've had 3 days to see this film. If you're an obsessive MCU fan, you should have seen it by now. If you don't want spoilers, piss off. Right. So I want to talk about the deaths of Iron Man and Black Widow and what happened to Captain America. Because basically Captain America returns as a very old man. He's at 100 or over 100 or whatever he is. My memory's crap. So basically he's a very old man. So he's still fit to go in this franchise. Now he can't obviously do any superheroing, but he's still there. Black Widow is dead as from Endgame. She's gone. She's sacrificed herself, right? And then you've got Iron Man, who also basically made the ultimate sacrifice, right? Iron Man, Black Widow will both be back. I'm so convinced by this. What this film has shown is Feige's obsession with zero consequence storytelling. And I said this from the very beginning. When I saw Infinity War, I said, right, all these people are gone, but they're all going to come back. So as awesome as Infinity War was, and it was, I love a movie or a TV series that does these cliffhangers. It was great. It was awesome, right? But it was kind of, but so what? They're all going to come back in some shape or form anyway, which is proven to be right. But they did kill off Black Widow. They did kill off Iron Man. And they did what they did to Captain America. But, alternate universes and timelines have now been created, right? So what that basically means is they have got a backdoor policy now to bring Iron Man back, to bring Black Widow back whenever they damn well please. It can be in any of the character movies. It could be in another Avengers movie. Now, the rumours are that we won't see another Avengers movie for maybe 3 to 5 years. I don't know, because you're not going to get any future MCU announcements until the end of Spider-Man Far From Home. So I'm really excited to see that movie, because I think some of these threads will carry on, because we've now been told by the Sony president that Spider-Man Far From Home literally continues 4 minutes after Endgame. So this is what they've been saying, that basically the last chapter of this era of the MCU is actually Spider-Man Far From Home. I think it's a very unique title. And I think a lot of YouTubers have kind of brought this up and said, what's part of the different timelines now, and what's, they've gone back to the original Avengers timeline, right, by the end of this film. But the rules of this, what they did basically by going back in time and doing what they did and, changing things, is it doesn't mess with the future, but it opens up other, new timelines. They've created a multiverse now for the MCU. And in a way, that's really exciting. That's really epic. And I love that. I'm a right geek. I'm a right sci-fi nerd. So that's absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love that. But what I'm saying to you is, this is a way look, if you had Robert Downey Jr. on your books, if you had him playing your character, right, since the very first MCU film, would you let him go? Because at the end of the day, he can make other movies. He doesn't do Iron Man films anymore. So that's not a problem. He's proud of what he's done on the MCU. I don't particularly think he wants to leave. He's the most expensive actor on their books. There's no question about that. But do Disney really need to worry about that? With the kind of money these damn films are bringing in, $1 billion after 1 weekend. As I say, that is nuts. So if you're sad about Iron Man dying or Black Widow, don't be, because these multiverses, these new timelines, will bring them back. Now, whether these things will all come to fruition in Spider-Man Far From Home is very interesting, but seeing that this is the film that closes kind of like this chapter, this era of the MCU, I think it is more than likely that we will see a couple of post-credit scenes. We didn't get post-credit scenes in this film for a reason, because they didn't want to answer something. I mean, they could have done a jokey one, but they didn't. So basically, I think we could get a couple of post-credit scenes to make up for that in Spider-Man Far From Home. I would be very surprised if we don't see something that at least tells us it is possible for these characters to return. Now, we know that Black Widow has got a movie coming up. They're shooting it now. So what do they do? Do they go back to the character's past before she dies and do a movie like that? They could absolutely do that. But I just don't think this is the way Kevin Feige rolls. I just don't. Just seeing what he's done from the very, very, very beginning, I think this guy finds ways to get out of situations. And I think, in a way, they wrote themselves in a corner. I don't think it was a corner where they thought, oh, shit, what do we do now? I just think the first 2 hours of Endgame were done purposely to set this stuff up. Because, as I say, they've literally set up this multiverse now. And that makes the future of this franchise even more exciting. I think the first 2 hours did drag, but there was a lot of character stuff done, which of course is great because you're closing off this era. So that is kind of important. It was still good, it was still emotional, but there wasn't a lot of action in those first 2 hours. And I think that was problematic to some people. Now I want to talk about the Incredible Hulk, aka Professor Hulk. This is absolutely disappointing. This is exactly what Ed Norton was fighting for while he was shooting the Incredible Hulk. It's the reason that Ed Norton got his own way, and it's why the Incredible Hulk is represented in the right way within the film. I absolutely believe he was a great Bruce Banner, and I actually believe we had a great Hulk in that movie, but he questioned Feige. He questioned what they were doing, so he had to go. And that was a massive shame, because that Hulk is literally the Hulk from the first Avengers movie, Avengers Assemble, right? I never get that bit right. That's what the film's called anyway. So, hey, nobody's perfect. So, yeah, so basically that's why they got rid of Norton, because Norton was fighting for the Hulk to be awesome, basically. And the Hulk was awesome in the first Avengers movie. I think Joss Whedon did a really, really good job with him. But now we get to Infinity War, where we barely see the Hulk, and they had this lame excuse that he was afraid to come out of Bruce Banner. For me, was absolutely pathetic. The Hulk is scared of nothing or nobody. And now they've gone to this thing. Now, before I go into Endgame and Hulk and Professor Hulk, I want to talk again about Infinity War. I kind of had a suspicion that this wasn't about contracts with Marvel or Sony or whatever, right? No, it's not, is it? It's Universal. The Hulk's owned by Universal, isn't it? He's a Marvel character, but the film rights are with Universal. I don't think it was anything to do with that. Although Universal is now owned by Comcast, and of course Disney have had problems with them already, so that could be an issue. But I did feel the actor who plays Bruce Banner wanted more screen time as himself, and I think that's why they did what they did. I just get that impression. And Mark Ruffalo, I forgot his name, but I've got it back in my head now. My head forgets lots of things. But yeah, I believe Ruffalo wanted more screen time. Now, of course, with having Professor Hulk, he's a mixture of the Hulk and Bruce Banner. Again, basically, he gets he basically gets what he wants. So you get this situation where he's kind of Bruce Banner, and he's kind of the Incredible Hulk. He's the best of both worlds, but not for me. I don't look. It's good. It's cutesy. It works. I get it. But I like the Incredible Hulk, and personally, I think they dropped the ball with Hulk. I don't agree. I don't approve of Professor Hulk. I also feel this could be an opportunity for them by creating Professor Hulk, that maybe Universal don't have the rights if he's called Professor Hulk, and they can use him for his own films. And I said that to you the other day when I did another video, and I truly believe that. So basically, Endgame leaves this franchise in a very interesting position, because you've got all these tail-offs, you've got all these kind of goodbyes, these wrap-ups, but ultimately these wrap-up, you see, and this is another thing, because if they are able to implement Chris Evans back as being young and Captain America again, if they can bring back Iron Man and Black Widow, a lot of people are going to say, well, that kind of cheapens their endings. Well, what they're going to say to you is they're not actually those versions of the character. They're characters from other timelines, because Iron Man isn't just going to get up after dying. No, but they can pull him out of the multiverse, of one of the other timelines. And this, my friends, is exactly what they're going to do. It is so obvious. Don't be in denial. You will see, a.k.a. Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, a.k.a. Iron Man again. You will see Captain America, a youthful, proper Captain America, and Black Widow. And they will be pulled out of different timelines. Unless Captain America, who isn't actually dead, they can do something with him in a lab or something to make him younger again. I don't know. But I think we are looking at this new MCU multiverse to bring these characters back and go back on what they did. Now, a lot of fans will question that. Some fans won't care because, to be honest, people don't really seem to question the MCU. They just go, this is awesome, man. I've never seen a franchise that doesn't get, where the audience and the consumer doesn't question anything that they do. It really is amazing to me. So let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you think they will bring Captain America and Black Widow and a youthful Captain America using this new MCU multiverse? Or do you think I'm talking absolute crap? Please let me know. And how do you feel about Professor Hulk? Was that the right way to go? Or should we have stayed with the traditional Incredible Hulk? Please like, share and subscribe. And I shall see you in the next video. And I promise you, yep, there will be more Avengers Endgame videos, because there's a lot to talk about, isn't there?